There's a big misconception out there about me that I would love to take this opportunity to address. A good number of people in my life think that the only thing I enjoy doing is to read. Like, seriously? Don't get me wrong. I enjoy reading. I enjoy learning every day, especially when it's a simple information that helps me solve what has been a gigantic problem. I do. I do. I really do enjoy reading. I do. But that is not the only thing I love to do. Please. So what else do I love to do? I'm going to share one more with you so that you can have the right information about me. Okay. This is funny, but I enjoy watching a good television series. Who doesn't, right? Why would you guys think that I wouldn't love watching a good TV series? Why don't you ever think I do? Yeah, I do. I enjoy watching a good series so much that when I am glued to that screen, I do not appreciate distractions. I don't in any way. And my siblings will tell you this, but if you have a habit of coming in every 30 minutes to ask me if, oh, is he dead? What happened to him? Have they caught them? Did they succeed? You and I are going to have a little bit of problem. Just a little bit. A little bit. Which is going to last until I'm done watching that series. And then we can go back to being friends or best of siblings. I don't like distractions. Don't come in bothering me about what is going on in a series that you're not willing to sit down and watch. Like, what effrontery do you have not to sit down and watch a good TV series? And then you want to know what happened in the series. What's wrong with you? Okay, I'm going to stop ranting there. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you because there's something else that I also don't like being distracted when I'm doing it. But I know that I'm just not alone in this. Everyone who has ever had to stand in front of an audience knows what it feels like to have one or two persons in the audience having a chat that has nothing to do with the presentation or training that they are facilitating. And if you still struggle with how to handle those kind of audience members, I want to share some tips with you in this video to help you rock that. Like, not only get them to stop distracting you, but have them be more engaged and participate fully in your presentation and or training. 1, set ground rules. It always helps to let people know what is expected of them from the get-go. So if you want the audience to put their phones on silence or on vibration, let them know. If you want them not to have side talks, let them know. Sometimes people have side talks because they are confused about something that you're talking about and they quickly want to ask the next person if they got it. What you can do is to tell them when you would be taking questions. So if they have any questions or if they have any place where they are not clear, they could pull down the questions and then ask you when you're ready to take questions. If you want them to stop you and ask you questions on the go, then you let them know. So set ground rules. 2, ensure you have a conducive environment. Some factors can easily distract your audience. When there's so much heat in the room where you're facilitating, that can make your audience members uncomfortable and distracted. If it's too cold, the same thing. If there are no spaces for people to easily get to the restroom, that would lead to more distractions. So make sure that you're using a conducive environment. Check out your training room. How is it arranged? Is there a straight route to the restroom or to the exit? You want to make sure that your environment, your training room is conducive for your audience. If you have been invited to speak and you have no control over the environment or the choice of space, you may want to give advice to whoever invited you or the host of that event on what things they need to put in place to reduce the audience distraction. 3, have strategic micro breaks. What I mean by strategic micro breaks are intentional stop times in your presentation where you ask people to participate. You could intermittently ask your audience some rhetoric questions, questions that would just get them thinking in their head without needing to stop for them to answer. Or you could ask them to, by show of hands, has this ever happened to you? For instance, I could say, by show of hands, have you ever been distracted by an audience member when you're giving a presentation? This way, people raise their hand. Those who have would raise their hand. Those who haven't would want to turn around to see who has been distracted during a presentation. And let me also ask you, have you ever been distracted when you were giving a presentation? Let me know in the comments that you have been. And if you don't mind sharing how and when and how you dealt with that, go ahead and share with me in the comments. Other types of activities that you can use for your strategic micro breaks is to have people in groups of 2, 3, give them time to talk about what they are learning so far or to share their own experiences on what you're talking about. 4, diffuse distractions. If someone is distracting you, don't let it slide. Don't let them continue. Because what is happening is that those people are not only distracting you, but they are also distracting the other members of that audience. So never ever let a distraction slide. You could call their attention. Hey, is there something that you want me to talk about? Or are you confused anywhere? Or would you want me to explain anything for you? So ask them question that lets them know, hey, okay, I think we need to stop this. We need to stop this chat and get back into the flow of the training or presentation. If a phone rings, maybe someone forgot your ground rules, you can use that as an opportunity to tell others to also to go ahead and do that if they too forgot to put their phones on vibration or silence. Final tip, use cue cards to help you get back on track. Sometimes when we get distracted, it's easy for you to lose your train of thought. If that were to be something that you struggle with, I would encourage you to put down your points on cue cards. Cue cards help you to quickly go back to what you were talking about and continue without having that distraction impact your presentation or training so badly. So those are my 5 tips. Did you find them helpful? Let me know in the comments. If this is your first time watching and you've enjoyed this content, subscribe and then hit that notification bell so that you will know when I post a new video. I'm always sharing techniques, tools, and tips that would help you take your presentations from boring to brilliant. And do help me share it as well so that this video can reach more people. The goal is to help more working professionals give effective and successful presentations at work and in business. My name is Buife Nomeh. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.